Hello, welcome back to Monster Train. It's a little later in the day, but it is the same day. I don't know, I haven't really felt like doing anything else, so I'm recording Monster Train today. Let's get to it, shall we? It's a little fade day today, very exciting. You guys hyped up? I am, as excited as I can be. She's fine. Little fade's fine. Don't get me wrong. But there's nothing to come after the butt. Little fade's fine. Yo, welder helper? Okay, hold on. I'm gonna go, because this can be a very fast run. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Exile, Melting, Hellhorned, Soul Sucker, Shadow, Diligent, Draft, Welder Helper, Fatal, Melting. So if we go fast, and we do everything just right here, no Light's Gift. And by that I mean I need Little Icarus. Okay. Alright. So, we take 0 pack shards, we get a clergy combat here. Okay, it's a terrible combat. But we'll play it through. I'm gonna do it. My fastest run on record is a little fade run of this type. My audio feels off. Is it off? No, it's not. Okay. Well, let's get to a little fade. If you haven't seen it before, this is one of the strongest little fade starters you can get. You know what I should do? I should put fade higher. I should have put fade on a higher floor. I was thinking I put her lower and then I can catch things like this, but I should put her higher for more kills. She can kill backline and such, but that's okay. She's gonna do great. We can go, if I go fast here, we can potentially, depending on the start here, like next combat, clergy combat, we can recover it. But currently it doesn't look great for Little Fade's beginning. It's a bad fight for her, truly. I think she gets the kill now. Let's see. I mean, if she doesn't get the kill, this imp gets the kill. Oh no, the draft gets the kill. Okay. The terrible start, all things considered. But I have hope. I think better play there. Triple imps. Take Welder Helper. Better play there is to play Fade on a higher floor. And just kind of let it be. But it's still fine. If we get a clergy combat, we're chilling. I'm gonna reroll for Endless. Okay. I'm committing hardcore to this, so if I lose fast, and we'll just do an actual run. Okay, it's winnable. Okay, everyone. Now all we have to do is pull, Welder Helper turn 1. Okay. So what happens now is Little Fade scales out of control because she gets like 12 kills in this combat or something like that. Because she'll never die, so she gets 100% clear. This is a high roll, by the way. It's very fortunate that we pulled a clergy combat on the second combat. If we pulled a clergy combat on the first combat as well, this would be... I mean, it would just be absurd. But this is good as is. 78 armor. Fade should wipe everything out. Yeah, okay. There you go. And so what this ends up becoming is Little Fade gets played, and my deck is nothing but Welder Helper. And if everything goes according to plan here, Fade should wipe out entire floors on her own. I'm going to continue to look for Endless. One Endless would not be amiss here. A Burnout 1 is fine for Welder Helper. I will roll Multi-Strike. I don't want that. It's terrible. Who would want a Multi-Strike here? Steelworker? Alpha? I mean, you could pick Steelworker if you wanted to. I think the less space is bad, because eventually I'll have too many Welder Helpers. So the overarching goal here, first let me take a second and let me scroll down. Okay, it's temples all the way. Good. The overarching goal here is to get Fade to have enough spikes where she one-shots heavies, and when that happens, well, things just get a little bit out of control. And this is a good Talos as well. We importantly have to not play any of our units because we don't want to put them in the reform pool. That's kind of gross. It's fine. We can use a draft to take the hit. We have drawn our Welder Helper late. That's okay. That's fine. But the reason I'm going so fast, by the way, is because formerly my fastest run on record was a Spikes Fade Welder Helper start. And so I would love to see if I can put up a new PB in terms of time. I'm not in a rush here particularly, but I think it's fun to try and find new personal bests like this. If I get to 45 here, what am I at? I'm at 39. It's okay. She misses one, right? 39. Yeah, she misses one of the kills. It's actually so close. It's as close as if I dodged that daze from Talos somehow, I would get a full wipe here. But 49 on this combat, she'll get 4 more kills. It's looking good for Team Little Fade here. I think that this is also a very fun run though. I enjoy just watching the spikes number go up. I think it's very satisfying. And it's enjoyable to me to see how fast I can process and play these turns in the early game. Is this a mistake? No, it's not. Okay. Oh, maybe I left too many welder helpers up and left a chance to miss the kill. But I did not. Okay. Transcendent is fine. I would normally not take anything, but Transcendent is acceptable. We skip this and we just want... We want draw energy. Draw is better first, energy is better second. Particularly we want energy because we're going to have too many apes. I want none of these. Goodbye, Malika. Get the hell away from me. We're going to go left. So we're going to stay at 0. This is a common little fade tactic, especially for Spike's Fade. You want to stay on as low of pack shards as you can for as long as you can. Especially for Spike's Fade, because any increase to enemy HP is going to make it harder for her to kill things. So I will just take another regular welder helper. And we'll move on. I'm not even going to look at the temple. I don't even want to think about it. Multi-strike is great. It's extremely helpful. Curses are annoying. Very annoying. So I want to play lower if it is possible, because curses are bad. But I guess it's fine to just go like... We're going to play Transcendent Fade. I'm just going to play top floor here. And we're going to hope that there's an imp on my second turn. Okay. And I put I killed the Transcendent so that he's in the Reform pool. And we even get the Collector, which is great. Yeah, so the multi-strike trial sneaks in here and does a lot of work for us too. Because now, this guy who would not... It particularly matters on the 4th wave. No, never mind, this is not that combat. Okay, it doesn't matter much at all then. I was incorrect. Well, it matters when an enemy would live and there's 2 heavies, but that doesn't happen because this is the first combat, which doesn't have that problem. So never mind. But also I still like it just because it makes it a guarantee. And it doesn't make, importantly, if you haven't seen this before, an enemy that is dying on the first hit, multi-strike doesn't make a difference for. So like the 9 times 2 still only do 9 damage. They don't do... God, that was raining. Do you hear this? I'm not gonna put my microphone close to the window so you can hear it. I opened my window because it's a little warm in here though. Like, the hell is freaking... It's a monsoon out there. That's not real. It's definitely not a monsoon out there. It's not raining. No cheater's hand for me. Thank you. Skip here. It's like a tornado, but that's not quite right either, is it? Yeah, I don't really want to add anything to this deck. The deck wins on its own. I'm looking for Endless just as like a nice little insulation, but really I should just purge. But I'm going to go Endless. I'm going to put it on a Burnout 1 Welder Helper. Why not Transcendent, you may be wondering? And the answer to that is because Transcendent is too expensive. At 2 energy, it's just not okay. So I will play it on the Welder Helper and we'll just bring the Transcendent back. I don't want this card. I don't care what it is. I took it. Ha! I forgot that you actually have to skip it. Alright, well. Don't worry about that. It doesn't matter. I just clicked too fast. It happens. I want to... This will be... Because normally also I'll meander at the start of runs. But I was ready for this one. I was ready to fire off here. So... I can definitely put up a new personal best in terms of Monster Train speedrunning. Tragic about that Collector. I wouldn't go out of my way for it though like that. You can start to see though as I start to play out 3 Welder Helpers, if these were all endless, imagine, right? I would not be able to survive. You have to target it? Alright. That's pretty funny. I should have taken the money, but whatever. It doesn't really matter, does it? It really does not matter, as you can start to see with this Transcendent play. You'll start to realize, oh, it doesn't really matter at all, huh? 126, yeah, because we're now over the threshold where Fade one-shots backline or frontliners, which means that she's going to guarantee every kill. So the specifics of Spike's Fade are you want not have to, but you want to hit one of the clergy combats in the first two, or the party boy combat in the third. Usually, if you hit one of those, you'll be fine. And the thing is, if you don't, let me get rid of this thing. If you don't hit one of those, you're usually still fine. The difference is... braces, sure. The difference is you have to play... I'm gonna buy a removal here. I'm gonna cut Fatal Melting. You just have to play another unit, is what the difference is. Okay, and then we can take 50 in the next two combat, or in the next two temples, which is what I'll do. Actually, I'll take 10 now, because 10 is pretty minor for a Purge Stone. But I don't need to take anything else, because we can do unit infusion and then plus 10 plus 25. The plus 10 plus 25s are guaranteed takeable through an imp on turn 1, very nice. Definitely good to play bottom for, given the opportunity like this. And it doesn't even matter if we get like a Daze Shard. Yeah, it doesn't matter. We take a curse here, I don't care. The only thing that can happen is I can run out of... Well, no, nothing really can happen on this run. I don't think. Like, I guess the only thing that can happen is I could kill the boss too fast on the Divinity, but that's not a problem. If that's a problem you're facing, you're having too good of a run. You can see 105s versus 150. And what this means is she gets far enough ahead that she starts one-shotting 190s also. And it also doesn't matter if I get dazed here. Actually, nothing matters. Days are up as much as you want. I have 338 armor. You know what I would have liked to see? Obviously, you don't need anything for this run, but now you can start thinking about what are the crazy high rolls you could see for this run. And it's things like Symphony of the Soul, but that's like, you have to play an event for that. Transcendent at the very bottom. It's okay, Transcendent adds a lot of certainty to this, too. Yeah, okay. Good fight. We're at 183 going into Combat 7, which is ahead of schedule by quite a bit. You know what, Hellhorned's Tome is absolutely playable here if you wanted to. I don't want to. I don't really think that there's a reason to. Because it's too expensive, and I guess I could take it because it would give me something to put a value stone on here. Something that feels useful anyway. We take 15, and we take 10, and then we take 25, and we're going to do Welder Helper into... Actually, better than this is Draft into Transcendent for the Burnout one. Yeah, I'll keep the drafts. I'll use the drafts as my unit infusions for sure. That seems very good. I could actually take another 15 here also and just grab another Transcendent, which seems fine. I spiked to 75, which is a little higher than I would like, but it's okay. Here's a plus 10 Transcendent. Have fun. And don't forget to pick up your Little Fade level 3 spikes on your way out, and let's roll. I do feel... I skipped the plus 8, I don't want to risk it. I do feel like Fade is the strongest champion in the game by a lot. And you can probably guess why. Put this in the reform pool. But as I've often stated, Fade is strong, but you have to understand what you're doing, which is why it's easy to feel like Fade is weak. I felt like Fade was weak for a while. Until once I got it, I guess, is when I was like, oh, also order, by the way. It's fine. Once you get it, and once you start to play it enough, you go, oh, this champion is ridiculous. My mistake. It took me a while, though, but all 3 paths have caveats you have to understand how to play around. Like, on average, I think Spike's Fade is the weakest path, but sometimes you get to do this, and you go, oh, this is gonna be like a 20-minute run. I'm processing everything as fast as I can here, so you'll forgive me if I make some order mistakes like playing Transcendent late, or early, but, you know. This is not my fastest run on record, by the way, not anymore, the Little Fade Spikes run, because my fastest run on record was like It was something really simple. I think it was like the range route. No, actually, I think it was just like a rage scaling run on Prince or something. I almost killed an enemy there. What the hell? Imagine that misplay. Ooh, let's save some damage on Little Fate. I'm worried here. I'm not worried here. There's 300 armor. No, it was recent. It was like within the last few months, I feel. I had my personal best run per time. It was like, I think it was just Deranged Brute Hornbreaker Prince, actually. And I could take Sacred Wicks there. You could also take Important Work, but the overhead of this run is if you miss your early draw, you can die. So I'm not going to put myself in that position. First and foremost, let me get my 10 here. Stone on a... Probably on a... Actually, put it on the Primitive Mold. Value Stone, molded is fine. I was going to do something else here, but I'm actually just going to duplicate the Endless Welder Helper. Now, I think in my fastest run, I actually had... I'm going to leave in the torches. I think I had a ×5 event in my fastest run. Let me check if there's... what? Resin Block? Flicker's Liquor is good. Nothing to reroll, nothing to remove. Let's ride. I'm at 100 of 100. I said to myself, let's do this first. I'm going very fast here. Of course. Yeah, all we need is an imp on turn 1. And we get to go 1, 2, 3. It's good to play bottom floor here just to avoid curses. Not that it matters a lot, but... I guess actually it's better to play top floor here, now that I think about it. Because curses don't matter. I have Flicker's Liquor. And I'm gonna get hit a little bit here now. Because Sarah can put enemies on higher floors like this. Ugh, get out of here, Sarah. I can fix this, don't you worry. Just put an imp up here. We put a pair of imps up here. They'll burn out, it's not like I'm missing too much. And I'll consume this to bring back Transcendent, sure. It does cost 0. That's what I thought. I wasn't 100% sure of that, but it does indeed cost 0. Because you're value stoning a card that costs 1 baseline, but this game actually interprets that as having it cost -1. And so when it costs -1 and then you increase that cost by 1 in the combat, it actually still costs 1. Or sorry, 0. Even though, because spell chaining a card, of course, you can't like -1 a card that costs 1 twice to make the spell chain make it cost 0, right? Does this make sense? I feel distracted because I'm also trying to explain something while also parsing these turns very quickly. So this may not be coming across as I want it to, but hopefully you understand what I'm trying to say. You can't spell chain to 0 with regular like 1-downs, but you can spell chain to 0 with Value Stone. That's what I'm trying to say. You get what I'm saying? Here's a 791 Little Fade. 791 armor Little Fade if you don't. Yeah. You know what? Just play the shards out. We're here for time. This could be a sub. No, it's not gonna quite be a sub 20, but it's gonna be pretty close. There's just too many animations for a sub 20. But now I do know that if you want to speedrun Monster Train, I'm pretty sure the strategy for speedrunning is waiting for Stygian Hellhorned and you play Inferno on the lowest difficulty, I believe. And that's pretty fun, I think. Oh, it's piercing, so I can't even break the shield. Oh, also, I'm still dying. Hey, cut that out. I could have played a higher floor to be a little more sure of this, but whatever. I'm gonna primitive mold. I kept the purge in. Anyway, this should be enough armor here to be comfortable. I am gonna play the imps out just to be safe. Also, I think on the Divinity it's better to play middle floor. Because if you play middle floor, you know, the Divinity hits twice. That would have sped this up a little bit. Yeah, I don't care about that damage. I'm here for speed. Oh, this guy actually lives. Well, well, well. Did he kill me? No, he would never kill me. That would be ridiculous. I could also throw stuff at him if I was really worried, but I'm not really worried. Yeah, if I was mid-4, this run would be over. I would have actually had a sub 20 if I played mid-4. How about that? I think if I replay the combat, it actually sets my timer back, but that's okay. I don't worry about it too much. I'm gonna go ahead here, and for the sake of setting a new personal best time, I'm just gonna end turn now. I don't care about the damage I take, because stopping enemy hitting me is a time loss there, but I lost a lot of time because I didn't play middle 4. There's no doubt about that. If I play middle 4, this would be done a lot quicker, but that's okay. Lesson learned for the next time around. This will be a new best for time, though. This was a 20-minute run. Like, actually 20 minutes, right? Right under the clock. Whoa, 19... Yo! Wait, we actually got it? No way. Hey, wait, end the run. Cut the timer. Cut the timer! Yo, what is it? 19 minutes, 56 seconds. Okay. Alright, Monster Train. Okay. What a great run. So, for me personally, I don't feel like I'm ever going to have a setup that gives me faster times than Little Fade with Welder Helpers, right? Because what do you play to do faster than this, truly? I don't think that Monster Train, in the way that I play it, is a game that is meant to be played in 20 minutes, but especially when you're stopping and talking and discussing lines, there's not a whole lot of time if you're trying to fit a run into 20 minutes to really talk out everything. But last time we played Little Fade, I spent the entire run talking about how to play Firelight Fade, and I wouldn't say you can always do this with Spike's Fade, but in general, if you're like, oh man, I don't really know what to do with Spike's Fade, the answer is Spike's Fade is okay if you're just reforming her, but she's going to be a little short. I think that the best ways to play Spike's Fade are with Welder Helper or with Echo Infusion. Echo Infusion's a little harder, but just something to give her base health so that she starts clearing whole waves, because you get one of the good first 3 combats and you end up cleaning up very fast. But in general, you play Spike's Fade as a unit that it's a little awkward because when you're reforming her, you have to micromanage where the waves are on your floor. Like, you have to play around them being... Like, you have to think about, if I have Burnout 4, I need to make sure that Fade isn't at Burnout 1 when the boss reaches her floor, right? So you got to think about stuff like that. But when you have armor, you just go. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to leave me a like, subscribe if you want to see more, and I will see you in the next one. Have a good one.